I've noticed that there's battery compartments on the units.
Oh yeah, good question.
So what are those for?
So you could, if you're in a caravan or whatever, you could use this without plugging it into power. So you always need this cable, but then you don't use the power cable, and then you open the battery compartment, and there's two AA batteries that go in there. But obviously when they're flat, it will stop working. But it would be quite handy, not just in a caravan, but if it's hard to reach a power point, or you don't have any power points available anymore, you can put this with a battery just on top of your skybox. And similarly, in your bedroom, you can use this without the USB power cable. You just put some batteries in there, and you can put it anywhere in your bedroom. You can put it next to your bedside table and point your remote control at your bedside table when your TV's over there, if there's no place for this somewhere.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So how about if I've got my TV is in my lounge, but I've got two bedrooms that I want to be able to control?
Yeah. If you go.
So what system do I need for that?
Yeah. So if you have more than one bedroom, you add more of these transmitters. So we can have multiple transmitters for one receiver. Similarly, if you have two skyboxes, you can't, unfortunately, you can't have two of these for two different skyboxes, because both will receive the same signal. So there is no unique code between every transmitter and every receiver. So what I mean by that is, if you have two skyboxes with two receivers and one transmitter, both receivers will get the on or off or change channel command from the one transmitter, and they will both start changing channels.
Okay.
So that is a limitation of this product, is that you can have multiple transmitters, but you really, if it's the same device that you want to be controlling but multiple boxes of it, it won't work. But what will work is if you have one receiver and you have a skybox and an amplifier, an Apple TV, and different products. This one transmitter, if you point this cable at all of your different boxes that are stacked, with one transmitter you can have different remote controls for the different devices and control them remotely with one receiver, because it will blast the infrared commands from your bedroom, from whatever remote control you're using, your Apple TV, your receiver, your whatever you've got remotely in your cupboard. You can control all of them.
But they would all have to be on the same shelf and within range.
And within visible range of this little cable.
And what's the actual range between the transmitter, say, in the bedroom and the receiver in an AV room?
That depends on what your house internal walls are made of. Most Kiwi homes are timber frame, and this will go easily 50, 60, 70 meters, and that's a big house, 50 meter from one end to the other. But if you start looking at houses that are built with concrete walls that are reinforced with steel, steel mesh acts as a blocking for radio frequent waves, wireless waves, and that will reduce the range. But still, a normal home is something like 10, 20 meters from one end to the other, maybe 30 meters. So most houses, there's no problem. So case in point, in the last 3 years, we have never had any issues with people saying it doesn't go far enough, ever.
Okay, and if I go onto the website, is there a product code for that product?
Yeah, the product code for that product is 1564 or 1564.
And is there a code for if I need a additional transmitter or a receiver?
Yes. So the codes for the transmitter is 1564T from transmitter. For a receiver is 1564R for receiver, and then we have a bundle whereby you buy the transmitter receiver with a Sky remote, replacement remote, which is 1564SR.
So that solves sending the wife out in the middle of the night to change the channel.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sort of like that, yes.
Okay, and they're available generally most of the time in store?
Yeah, they are. This is a bestseller, and they move very quickly and rapidly. Actually, there used to be an alternative product that we ranged as well as some of our competitors. It was called the UFO, and that product was a different system whereby you had in the remote control you had a battery replacement. So one of the two batteries was not a real battery; it was a little transmitter with a battery stuck into it. Unfortunately, those products don't work anymore with Sky boxes because Sky have been pushing a new firmware to their boxes through the year without people really knowing. And as a consequence of that change in firmware on the Sky box, those older products, the UFOs, stopped working. So as far as we know, this is one of the few products that are affordable. They're usually selling for about $80. That's now work with that new firmware.
Okay. So it's a great little unit. It's, as you said, it's not just for skyboxes. It can be used for anything that takes a infrared command.
Yeah.
So it can be used for most amplifiers, CD players, Blu-ray players. And we can use it from any room, multiple devices. Excellent. Sounds like a great product.
It is.
Sounds like a really, really good product.
Yeah.
And what's the final? What's the warranty on this product?
Yeah, so there's a 12-month warranty on this. We have been audited by the Ministry of Business and Innovation about the frequency that this is working on. It's 433 megahertz. So it uses the approved domestic wireless radio frequency transmission frequency. But most of these products last years without a problem. It's the typical problem where if there's something wrong with it, it usually happens in the first couple of weeks, and then we swap it out on the warranty, and if there's no problem with it, it will last you a lifetime.
And if something like the dog eats the infrared cable, can we buy those additionally?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can. I thought it was usually cats that eat cables.